Oi, oi, oi. You missed me, didn't you? You thought I wouldn't come back, didn't you? Okay, anyways. Yes, I know, guys. It has been a long time since I last uploaded, but I'm finally back, okay? Maybe a little controversial one, but I'm back. Alright, before I get into the video, disclaimer, this is just my experience and opinion. If you feel offended, then just fuck off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, and also leave a comment below. Maybe I'll do more videos like this. Alright, let's get into the video.
In the beginning, in the beginning.
Stumbling upon this game may have been one of the best coincidences so far. After I was done playing Genshin for months, I came across the new Hoyoverse title, called Honkai Starrail, short HSR. I personally am not a big fan of turn-based games, but you know, unlike any other gacha game, I would love to give it a try at least and see what it had to offer. And to be fair, it did not disappoint, ranging from really cool characters to the story, good soundtracks, and it was just an overall fun experience. Until I started to notice a few things. I started playing the game less often and even started to not get interested into the developments of the game. And I'm meaning story-wise, but also update-wise. I simply just fell out of love and I couldn't play the game anymore, and was still hoping somewhere that I would regain my interest in the game, as like I did in the beginning of this game. That's why I'm making this video, explaining my reasons for quitting HSR.
I don't know what I was thinking, leaving my child behind. Now I suffer the curse and now I am blind.
I'm going to be honest, I have not been interested in the story since Bellabog. I mean, beginning of Panaconi did bring me back a little bit, but all the other planets weren't that interesting to me, especially after that cool fight with Kolia and the awesome soundtrack. I just haven't seen them do something similar in that kind of sense. And these scenes in the story, especially in the later parts of the story, it's so long, man. It's way too long. I don't want to sit through a whole visual novel. At least give me some dynamic scenes. And yeah, I just didn't see that happening at all, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And the story and the writing can be good. I mean, I haven't played the game in like 2 months, but I am not going to sit through a 10-hour long story with only a few really cool cutscenes, but the rest of it just being dialogue and visual novel like story. The thing is, I have seen them do this before, but in a good way, like as I said before, Bellabog or Jarilo 6. Why couldn't they just do it for the other planets? I was missing that kind of stuff from the beginning of the game, and it just lost interest into the game, and I just lost interest into the story as well. You know, as gacha games are evolving and as a lot of gacha games are releasing, I just don't see them competing with their respective titles, you know? I'm going to draw the biggest comparison here, calling Wuthering Waves. Like, in comparison with Wuthering Waves, I'm gonna keep it a buck, you know? It has so many dynamic scenes and interactive story where if I just put those two together, I would just rather be more invested into the Wuthering Waves story, even though the writing itself and the story itself is less interesting than Honkai Starrail story. But the way they composed it is so much better than I've seen in Honkai Starrail. And okay, you could say they're two different games, but I am just mainly focusing on the story here, and at some point I just lost interest. And you know what, if I lose interest in one game, I move to the next one, you know? That's how I am, and that's how I guess that's how most people are. I really wanted to stay invested, but I just couldn't. The same spark that I had seen in Bellabog, I haven't seen ever since, and that's why I'm just not that interested anymore into the story.
Coughing baby.
Honestly, the events have been pretty interesting, and I've been enjoying them a lot actually. There was this big event some months ago that was like some sort of cookie clicker or the seal event where it was kind of like a pool game. They were really nice. I really enjoyed those events, but other than those events, there hasn't been any really good events that I would have remembered. I'm not gonna blame Honkai Starrail for that, because most gacha games don't really have fun events. The only gacha game that I could have a good example of is Burnishing Grey Raven, BGR. That game has some pretty good events, even though I am not that interested into the game itself that much. But nonetheless, gacha games are able to make some good events. It's just not there for most of them. Following up, the anniversary events, like top-ups, as you would say, the events where people would spend money, are just It's absolutely dog shit. Why would I spend $5 to get like at least 3 wishes when I can spend $5 and get the supply pass and get at least a 20 pool? Why would I ever do that, you know? It just makes no sense to me. Not gonna lie, I haven't checked the game in like 3 months. I remember it coming out and some of the deals were just straight up horrendous. They were just not good at all. If you spend money on those deals, you're absolutely fucking retarded, man. At least, you know, if you spend money on the game, at least spend it wisely. The best thing I could think of is buying the supply passes or like the things that go on for like a month.
I'm semi, I stay automatic. Money add then multiply. I call it mathematics.
If you don't think there's a power creep issue, there has to be something wrong with you, man. Literally, in almost every new update, when a new character comes out in this game, may it be fucking Castris or the new Herta, the recent one, Finon, all of these characters have been the best in their own respecting patch. And if you're looking at the endgame content as well for the games, all the old characters are just, they're just not as good as the new ones, you know? And this has been the issue for, I would say, forever in the game. And this is not an issue of HSR, but I would say also an issue of just Hoyoverse games in general. I mean, same issue was in Genshin, where a lot of newer characters were just, you know, better, and the endgame content for that month was just basically based around the new character. It's a way of this game to make you feel better because you pulled this character or this certain character, because you're actually able to clear the endgame content way nicer and way quicker. It's just so ass, man. Like, why can't we just have balanced characters? Why can't we just have a character that was released in one of the first patches still be good until this day? I love Kafka and the DOT team. When are we getting another DOT character? When is DOT actually also becoming also viable? And yes, you can see I'm exaggerating and saying like, oh, they're unplayable. That's not the case. You can still play them, but it just costs way more investment in comparison with these new characters. And for some reason, these new characters also, like, their kits are way better. This is looking like a fucking new League character, man. And it's not only the power creep, where newer characters are just way better than the older ones. At some point in time, I also felt like I was just only playing the game for the characters and for the new characters that got released. After I got a new character, or after just, you know, saving up for a new character, getting the character, leveling them up and stuff, after I got them, I felt like a sense of, oh, this is it, huh? And then I just didn't play the game, or I just didn't bother anymore with the game, because all the other points set previously just accumulated up until a point where I just didn't really care about anything else and only about the characters. I just didn't bother anymore with all the other stuff, and I was definitely not sitting through a 10-hour story just to get to like a good point. I just lost the spark, and I really wanted to still keep playing the game and still be excited for every update, and I just couldn't. I just lost that interest. There are so many more things that I like and dislike about the state of the game, but these were just my thoughts as of now. And you know, I really want to enjoy HSR, and I kept trying, but after a few months ago I just couldn't anymore, and I just wanted something else. Lately I have been spending my time wisely instead, and I've been playing Expedition 33 and Starrail, and you know what, I've been enjoying the fuck out of those games, hence the gameplay on screen. I just would love for Hoyoverse to actually not fuck up their games when it comes down to the late game or the later updates of their games, and I hope they will learn from this, but knowing Hoyoverse, that is not gonna happen at all. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, where I just rant about things. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you soon. Oh yeah, Frost, did you know they had like a skip on HSR, so you won't even need to do the story anymore?